It is a curious fact that your best chance of fighting Kaeya is not by visiting the knight's headquarters, but by frequenting the taverns at night. Kaeya is often found sitting at the bar, gossiping with the city folk and sipping the famed Mondstadt beverage, Death Afternoon. He is surprisingly popular among the elderly of Mondstadt, even earning himself the title of top candidate for grandson-in-law. It's hard to imagine someone as mischievous, amiable, and wine-loving as Kaeya being the actual cavalry captain of the Knights of Favonius. Hunters and bandits alike are often among Kaeya's drinking buddies. As wary of them as they may initially be, all are ultimately disarmed by his smooth talking and end up telling him everything he wants to know. Depending on what they make privy to Kaeya, their night may turn into a uncontrollable nightmare or remain one of harmless banter. As Kaeya likes to say, everyone's got a secret, but not everyone knows what to do with it. Justice is not an absolute principle, but is the result of striking that fine balance between strength and strategy. As for the details of how it's done, don't worry yourself too much about that. Kaeya once said these words in front of Grand Master Varka. As long as everything falls into place the way he expects in the end, Kaeya doesn't care all that much about how it's actually done. This cavalier attitude is what defines his character, not that different from Death Afternoon's wild and explosive taste, a really potent drink. One might add, however, his reckless approach to things is not uncontroversial. Once, in order to force a bandit leader into facing him directly, Kaeya triggered the Ruin Guard at an ancient ruin to cut his opponent off, putting his own men at risk in the process. It's times like these when even Jean, who puts a lot of trust in Kaeya, finds herself shaking her head in disapproval. Not that this bothers Kaeya, of course. On the contrary, he actually enjoys putting people into the difficult position of making tough decisions. He takes great pleasure in seeing the hesitation in his comrades' eyes in the moment just before they dive into battle with him, just as he takes pleasure in the look of fear in his enemies' eyes as they face off against him. The flourishing winery business in Mondstadt has been a great source of prosperity in the region over the years. This prosperity often entices greedy bandits and monsters to the area. They are a motley bunch who hide in the shadows, and their backgrounds, motives, and allegiances are varied and complex. Kaeya battles against this threat to Mondstadt not only with his sword, but also with his smarts and his wits. A young knight once dedicated years of his life to studying threats in and around Mondstadt and reached an astounding conclusion. When the drink Death Afternoon is out of season due to lack of supply, the number of reported incidents inside and outside the city show a drastic decrease, and this remains the case until the drink Death Afternoon returns to the market. The young knight showed his findings to Cavalry Captain Kaeya in hopes of getting some advice from him. Oh, interesting, I'll look into it, Kaeya answered with a wry smirk on his face. Well, I hope you liked that little video. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Steve Gearhart, and this is, of course, the Unagi Observer. Thanks for stopping by and watching the video. In case you're wondering what that was, for those of you who don't play Genshin Impact, that is a character from Genshin Impact. That's what the world kind of looks like, or at least one part of the world where you start when you play this game. Genshin Impact, of course, is an open world game. You collect a bunch of characters, things, swords, weapons, and all that good stuff. It's a really fun game. I'm an addicted player of Genshin Impact. I've been playing it for a few years now. Very interesting stories. Kaeya's story is one part of the whole overreaching plot. So, how he fits into everything is kind of fun. And no, I'm not getting paid by Genshin Impact to do this video. Sorry. I wish I was, because Hoyoverse has got a lot of money as a result of Genshin Impact, like billions of dollars. Maybe they could throw some money my way. That'd be kind of nice. But no, this is not a sponsor, and this is just me doing a gaming aspect of this channel, because I've said it before, this is a fandom channel, so we talk about sci-fi, comics, mostly anime and Asian things, and cinema, and a whole bunch of fanboy kind and fangirl kind of stuff. And amongst those fandoms is also gaming, so I just wanted to throw some gaming because I really don't talk that much about gaming on this channel. So here you go. I hope you liked it, and if you've never played Genshin Impact before and you're kind of interested, I hope this piques your interest and you give it a go. It is free. Yeah, it's free. Now there's elements you can pay for, but basically to play the game, you just sign up and you're good to go, as long as you have enough memory on your laptop. So yeah, give it a try if you like this video. So in the future, in terms of gaming, I don't know if you would really call this a gaming, but I have a bunch of choose your own adventure books. And one time I did a choose your own adventure, and I had a little die, and I just kind of rolled the die, and that determined which one I would pick to go to the next page, right? So if you want to see something like that again, let me know down below, and maybe we'll play a game live. Who knows? What do you think? Anyway, there you go. For those of you who are going to Gen Con's coming up here pretty soon. As usual, I have my two little panels down there below, so if you want to sign up for them, awesome. Love to see you there. Speaking of that, you guys, I hope you stay healthy, stay good, and because I'd like to see you out in the world at the conventions or wherever else. And in order for them to do that, you have to stay, like I said, stay healthy, stay good. So, because I love you guys, and I would love to meet you in person. Okay, so that's going to be it for this week. Next week, we shall see what we shall see. I think you'll get a review, and I think you'll like it. So yeah, so I'm going to end on this, which is, as always, watch more anime.